we're going to be slamming through top side deck cards for you guys. This is a mid-roll update for August, pre-UDS. We'll be doing one of these post-UDS. I don't think a lot of this is going to change. I'm going to be honest with you guys, but going forward here into the event in the near future here, this is kind of what I would expect going into the UDS. So this is top 5 side deck cards coming out of the World Celebration and into UDS Indy. Good luck, guys. Alright, so if you live under a rock, you probably know some of these. If you don't live under a rock, well, here we go. So, first side deck choice we're going to talk about here is Mind Control. Thank you, Japan, for bringing it to our attention that we have no idea what we're doing in this game. It really warms my heart knowing that you guys just come on over here with the mind controls and you're just taking our monsters. Alright, like, I didn't want to use my own monsters for material anyway. You know what? Let me just assist you in winning just every single year that ever existed in the Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship. Just count every other win. So, here's what we got about this card. Alright, so Mind Control is this unique spell card that says, take control of an opponent's monster. Can't tribute it, but you can use it as single material, exceeds material, you can link it out. One card, spell spot removal, that says, nah man, I need that more than you do. And your opponent's just sitting there going, oh, what am I supposed to do? Oh, Ash Blossom doesn't stop you from taking my monster. I'm afraid that that is just how the situation works. But this is a powerful side deck card. Okay, honestly, I'm not gonna, talk this up all that much, but taking your opponent's Sky Striker monster and linking out with it for free, by the way, is pretty good. Your opponent's not gonna be able to trigger the Ray. Literally in the Sky Striker matchup, literally against Danger Thunder. I mean, okay, you used against Danger Thunder, you're probably gonna trigger and negate. If your opponent doesn't end on the Hope Harbinger, well, you enjoy that link for Apostla that you just got to steal for no real reason. That is how good Mind Control is right now. And I don't know, I think going forward we're probably going to continue to see this card catch up on a lot of play. I think, honestly, we'll see if it sticks as a trend. I think it will. Especially going forward with just how good this card is. Absolutely. It's so good. So yeah, Mind Control, ladies and gentlemen. Shouldn't surprise anybody. Now, going forward, we also have Red Reboot here. Everybody for the last 3 weeks has disregarded Red Reboot. I've seen hardly any Red Reboots inside decks. I think everybody saw that Altergeist wasn't, by the way, jokingly, wasn't a deck anymore. And everybody was like, what do I care? Like, Altergeist got one multi-faker. And then you got that one guy who shows up to locals every week and just has the imperm multi-faker every time. And you're just like, well, golly gee, Batman, like, how are you opening up the one on multi-faker? And then you kind of start to realize more and more that maybe Altergeist, maybe the one multi-faker, it hurt, but it wasn't enough to stop the deck from doing what it does, and that's being a stun deck. So, in addition to that, you got triple Solemn Judgment running around right now. So, here's what I've got off of Red Reboot for you guys at this point. Stop Solemn Judgment because your opponent being able to negate your stuff is ridiculous. Evenly Matched is running around now, by the way. By the way, yeah, Evenly Matched is back in the format. That's another feels bad moment for a lot of players. But, Red Reboot also stops Evenly Matched. Stops multi-faker shenanigans. Literally, this card is just made to make sure that you just don't die when you're playing against a heavy trap deck. And especially going forward here, I will say, yeah, the card is costly for half of your life. But if you're a combo deck and you start comboing off and you start building these boards and things like that, making sure that a key Solemn Judgment doesn't destroy your butthole is pretty straightforward. So, yes, Red Reboots coming back into the sides of a lot of players' decks right now. A lot of players choosing to take full advantage of the card, and it's a good thing that we have the chance to see Red Reboot back in the game. Now, number 3 on this list is Gnome Material. Now, with Orcust gaining some sort of popularity right now, and I literally just made my video the other day talking about, hey, Orcust might be the deck to win the UDS. Half my comment section was like, Rob, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, you're right. I'm crazy. I said Orcust was going to win. Right? Holy crap. What a fantastic time for me to be so ignorant in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! But there's a reason we talk about these things. So, the amount of gnome materials that have kind of been showing up in side decks has kind of started signaling to me that Orcust and other key decks might be starting to do something. Now, I know, the argument's still there. Oh, gnome material is bad past turn 1. Oh, it's terrible. Doesn't matter. You stop your opponent's entire combo off of resolving, you've done everything that you needed to do. And that's all you need from Gnome Man. Like, just, you drop it on the field, and you offer your opponent the very subtle handshake, and your opponent's just like, what do I do? Like, what am I, what? Like, it says no, that material. Stopping, Mermaids from being able to link out for your opponent to climb that link ladder. Stopping, something in Danger Thunder to set up for the first combo piece. Denying your opponent that just chance to play the game is all we want from Gnome Daddy. So yes, Gnome's seeing a lot more play in a lot of side decks. Caught me off guard, actually. I don't know if it's just like a localized metagame thing or what. But yes, the Gnome Meister is back and doing really well. We'll see if this one sticks post-UDS, though. Number 4 is the situation of Lancia here. So last format, I'm going to admit that, yeah, Orcust was a lot more potent than it actually was. Same thing with Danger Thunder. People would cite in Lancia for both these matchups. You come into the new format here, you look at Lancia, you're like, okay, what am I supposed to do with you, my guy? Alright, so you would use it against Danger Thunder. Lancia against Danger Thunder in this format, it's not as good as it was. I'm going to be the first one to say that to you guys. Like, it kind of stinks. Honestly, like, the card was really good last format, and then it's like, with Orcust having not fully taken over, and doing things at the moment, even Lancia in that matchup, yeah, okay, so don't get me wrong, Lancia is pretty much an auto win against that. You stick that turn 1 against them, you set up your board, your opponent's just going to look at you and go, what do I do? But once again, not every area has an Orcust player at the moment. That also means that a lot of players haven't discovered that the deck has, full combo ability at this point. Which, going forward, let's be honest, guys, until players start to discover for themselves or see that these decks are doing something, Lancia is kind of like that 50-50 side deck card. In the matchups that it's good on, Orcust. We literally had an Orcust player at Locals this week. One of our better players played against Salad. And the Salad player opened up Lancia game 1, game 2, straight 2-0'd him. Like, if you can't play the game, that's kind of what you get for Lancia. In the matchup that it's good for, the blowout is ridiculous. But in every other matchup, it's kind of subpar. So that's something to think about with Lancia at the moment. While the card does have a high ceiling and high combo ability and things like that to deny the opponent, outside of that, I mean, it doesn't do much. So it's just kind of something to pay attention to. Lancia will continue to exist to counter the evil that is, Orcust. And the last one I want to put on this list here for side deck cards is Anti-Spell Fragrance. Now, this card is in a unique position right now because Anti-Spell slows down Sky Striker. Oh my. Let me tell you guys about Sky Striker and Anti-Spell Fragrance. Having to not be able to engage, resolve multi-roll, resolve Widow Anchor. I mean, you can chain the Widow Anchor on their monster when they flip the Anti-Spell Fragrance. But let me tell you about not being able to play the game for a whole turn. And it's frustrating, alright? And all you Pendulum players feel now. Sorry, Triff. Life is rough. And then, you got Pendulum players over here. Oh man, Pendulum players, you guys must love Anti-Spell Fragrance. Every time an Anti-Spell Fragrance is flipped on you, I mean, how many of you go in the bathroom and just cry just the largest tears that you can? Because that's what it feels like to a Sky Striker player. And I can play the game, you know. But the best you've got is a normal summon, stick it on the field, and watch your opponent laugh at you as they probably continue to combo off on you. That's what it feels like to be anti-spelled fragrance. It's fantastic side deck card of this format, don't get me wrong, alright? You do what you do with that card. You win matchups because you drew the anti-spell in the early game. But, let me tell you, it is the most ridiculous feeling in the world to be anti-spell fragrance. And I don't like it. Doesn't make me feel good at all about my self-confidence, and that's already low enough as it is. That's all I got for this video, guys. Top 5 side deck choices going into the UDS this weekend. What do you guys think? Please, comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Well, catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a truffle shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanquil40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.